friends, this is Atri Pathashala. Welcome to 9th standard online classes. Before going to 9th standard syllabus, first we have to recall what we have studied in the 8th standard. I will give you chapter wise summary. In 8th standard, first chapter is rational numbers. So, what is rational number? A number is called a rational if it can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers. It includes natural numbers, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. are natural numbers, and also it includes whole numbers, and also it includes integers. So what are the examples of rational numbers? Yes, 1 by 5, 3 by 5, 0, minus 1, or 0.11, 0.23, like that, and all examples for rational numbers. Next we recall properties of rational numbers. First property is closure property. Closure property for the whole numbers. If P and Q are any two whole numbers, so closure property of P and Q, it holds for addition. So closure proper for the whole numbers, it is closed under addition, and it is not closed under subtraction, because 8 minus 10, example I took 8 and 10 are the whole numbers. 8 minus 10 is minus 2, but minus 2 is not a whole number, so it is not closed under subtraction. And for the multiplication it is closed, and for the division it is not closed, because 3 by 5 is not a whole number, so it is not closed under a division. So for the integers, it is closed under addition, but it is, and also it is closed under subtraction, because minus 2 is the integers. 5 minus 7 is minus 2. Minus 2 is also an integer, so it is closed under subtraction, and it is closed under multiplication, but it is not closed under division, because minus 5 by 7 is not an integer, so it is not closed under division. Next is closed under rational numbers, that we have to check. So it is closed under addition. Rational numbers, it is closed under addition, and it is closed under subtraction, and also the rational numbers, it is closed under multiplication, but it is not closed under division, because if you take any number, divide by 0, you will get undefined number, that means you will get infinity. So infinity is not closed under rational number, because infinity is not a rational number, so it is not closed. Next property is commutative property. So commutative property is for the whole numbers. For the whole numbers, commutative property under addition is commutative, and for the subtraction it is not commutative. Commutative means if you take any two numbers, if you interchange the number, the answer it should be equal. But for the subtraction, I took 8 and 10 are the whole numbers. 8 minus 10 is minus 2, and 10 minus 8 is 2. So minus 2 is not equal to 2. Therefore it is not commutative. For the whole numbers under subtraction, it is not commutative. And the multiplication, yes, it is commutative, and for the division it is not commutative. Next, for the integers, for the addition, yes, it is commutative, and for the subtraction it is not commutative, because 5 minus 7 is minus 2 and 7 minus of minus 5 is minus 12. So minus 2 is not equal to minus 12. So in an integer, commutative property under subtraction is not commutative. And for the multiplication, yes, it is commutative, and for the division it is not commutative. So integer, commutative property under subtraction, and the division is not commutative. And for the rational numbers, commutative property under addition is this commutative, but for the subtraction it is not commutative, and for the multiplication it is commutative, and for the division is not commutative. So I have given examples here. Take these examples and check your answers. You will get addition, both the LHS which is equal to RHS you will get. So it is rational number under addition is commutative, and check for the subtraction LHS is, you will get LHS is not equal to RHS, so it is not commutative. And the multiplication, you will get both left hand and right hand sides are equal, so it is commutative. And the division, you will not get equal answers for left hand and the right side, so it is, therefore it is not commutative. And next comes associative property. Associative property for the whole numbers under addition is associative, and for the subtraction is not associative, and the multiplication is associative, and the division is not associative. And for the integers, for the addition it is commutative, it is associative, and for the subtraction it is not associative, and for the multiplication it is associative, and division it is not associative. I have given the examples. Check the answers. If you get left hand side is equal to right hand side, then it is associative. If you get left hand side is not equal to right hand side, then it is not associative. Check for the rational numbers. Rational numbers addition, yes, it is associative, but for the subtraction is not, and multiplication yes, and division is not. Check the examples. You will get to know the answer. The role of 0 in numbers are additive identity. For additive identity means take any number, add 0, then if you get the same answer what the number you have taken, that answer, then that number is known as a identity. So for the additive identity is 0. If you take any whole number or integer or any rational number, and for that number add 0, you will get the same number. I have taken the example for the whole number. I took 2. For that I have add 0. So the answer is 2 itself. And the integers, minus 3 is an integer. For that I have added 0. Got the answer minus 3. And 2 by 5 is a rational number. For that I have add 0. I got the same answer 2 by 5. So additive identity is 0. 0 for the whole number, integer, and also the rational numbers. The role of 1 in numbers, that is multiplicative identity. For any number, if you multiply it by 1, you will get the same answer, the number itself. That may be for the whole number, integer, or rational numbers. So 1 is the multiplicative identity for the whole numbers, integers, and rational numbers. Example, 5 is a whole number. I multiplied by 1, we got the 5 answer. Minus 5 is an integer. Multiplied by 1, we will get minus 5. Minus 5 is an integer. And minus 2 by 7 is a rational number. Multiplied by 1, we got minus 2 by 7 itself. So therefore 1 is the multiplicative inverse, multiplicative identity for the whole numbers, integers, and the rational numbers. Negative of a number or additive inverse. Inverse means if you take any number and add the negative number, add other number, if you get the 0, then that is known as a additive inverse. So for the example, for the whole number, 5 is the whole number, I have add minus 5. Minus 5 is the negative of a number. So I got 0. Therefore additive inverse of 5 is minus 5. Minus 3 is a integer. For that negative number is plus 3. If I add minus 3 plus 3, then I got 0. So minus 3 is the additive inverse of plus 3. So same for the 2 by 5. 2 by 5 is a rational number. I have add minus 2 by 5. I got 0. So if you add in any for the given number, if you add the negative of a number, then if you will get the 0. So that is known as a additive inverse. Next, multiplicative inverse, or it is also called reciprocal. If any number is multiplicative inverse of any other rational number, then a by b into c by d. C by d is the multiplicative inverse of any rational number a by b. So you will get 1. Example, I took 8 by 21 into 21 by 8. So simplify 21 cancels, 8 ones are 8 ones are. So we will get 1 by 1. So answer is 1. So therefore 8 by 21 is the reciprocal of 21 by 8. The reciprocal of 8 by 21 is 21 by 8. So if you multiply these two, if you get the 1, then that is known as a multiplicative inverse or the reciprocal. Next, distributivity of multiplication over addition and subtraction for a rational numbers. So distributive property. P of q plus r, which is equal to pq plus pr, is one distributive property over addition. P of q plus r, which is equal to pq plus pr, is the distributive of multiplication over addition, and P of q minus r, which is equal to pq minus pr, is the distributive of multiplication over subtraction. So check the distributive property of three rational numbers: minus 3 by 4, 2 by 3, and minus 5 by 6. Next, representation of rational numbers on the number line. You have studied the number line in your lower classes. So number line, this is the positive numbers, that is 1 to 9 is known as natural numbers, and from 0 to 9 is known as whole numbers. Both the negative numbers 0 and positive numbers, it is known as total integers. So we have to represent rational numbers on this number line. In your class you have studied representation of rational numbers in two methods. One method is finding the equivalent fraction of the given rational number, and another one method is find the mean or average of the two given rational numbers. So check for these two and find out the rational number between 3 by 10 and 7 by 10 by using the first method, that is finding the equivalent fraction of the given rational numbers, and find the rational numbers between 1 by 4 and 1 by 2 by using the mean or average of the two given rational numbers. This is the short summary for the first chapter, it is rational numbers. In the next video I will give the short summary for the second chapter, that is linear equations. Thank you.